Welcome to this Matchmaker series.
Thank you very much for having me around.
Yes, thank you. We're excited to have you and to hear about how do people go about registering an organization that's not profit focused, that's trying to do some work in changing society and the world around us.
Okay. Basically, the type of organization that you decide to go with is dependent on the objectives that you intend to achieve.
Yes.
So there are very many bodies that you can decide to go by, but the objectives will be the main guiding principle in the type of organization to do.
Okay.
So the types of organizations vary from societies to trusts, foundations,
Yeah.
to CBOs, basically community-based organizations,
Yeah.
to public benefit organizations or NGOs.
Yes.
So that the objectives you want to achieve will guide you on the type of organization to go by.
Yeah, so that's the first kind of starting
point, yes.
Determining what your objectives are
Yes.
for the organization and then deciding.
Yes.
Okay.
As well as the number of people you intend to have on board. That will also guide you as to the organization. If it's a few people coming on board, then a particular type of organization will be best suited as opposed to having many people where you need to have, let's say, many objectives or many team players coming on board. So it will depend on the type of organization you want to have.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the number of people that you want to
yes.
put in the structure, and to register with.
Societies are basically it's a legal entity.
Yeah.
It gets recognition by law, and by registering a society, you get the benefits that come with having an organization. Basically, you get legal protection. You can open bank accounts. You can own assets of the society. You can enter into contracts with other organizations or other service providers.
Yeah.
It's a pretty simple organization to set up.
Yes.
The requirements include having at least 10 members,
Yeah.
10 people who want to join the society. Secondly, you need to have a specimen constitution.
A spaceman.
A specimen constitution.
Okay.
Yes. Like
Yes.
a draft constitution.
As part of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That has rules and regulations for the society.
Yes.
Then you need to fill out some forms, requisite forms by the society, Register of Societies.
Yeah.
That's basically Form A and Form B. And the cost of registering a society is about 3,700 shillings.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, it's about 2,000 shillings, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically that's it.
Yeah.
It takes about a month or 2 months to get your society
register.
registered, yes.
So if you could give an example, what kind of organization would register as a society?
Societies are best used for churches, welfare associations, private members clubs.
Yes.
Basically organizations that want to bring people together for a common good,
Yes.
a common cause.
Yeah.
Registrations are done at the grassroots level.
Yes.
And they're done at the Ministry of Social Services, Labor and Social Services, right?
Yes.
And the requirements are pretty much the same as a society. A list of members, names of officials who are coming on board, a constitution, registration fees. We need to have the addresses of the officials, and yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah. So what would you say differs between a CBO and a society?
So a CBO is less informal. It doesn't have the full protection of the law.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In terms of having corporate structure, a corporate legal structure,
Yeah.
as opposed to a society.
Yes.
A welfare association, a CBO, is more of a coming together of people in an informal setting.
Yes.
And that's what you see chamas in the grassroots levels, the women in the rural areas setting up. And the registration is pretty quite simple to allow people in the local areas to go and do it from a district office
Yes.
or a county office that is nearby.
They don't need to come
To Nairobi normally.
to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The disadvantages of that is that you don't get to have the fact that you don't have a legal structure or a legal corporate structure.
Yeah.
Puts you off from doing many things like entering into contracts with service providers or other organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically, like you said, really informal.
It's very informal.
Yeah.
But then you get to have a chance to open a bank account to that.
Yeah.
You don't need to file returns with KRA for that. It's very informal.
Yeah.
That's basically, this is a company that does not have share capital and is purely meant for not profit or non-profit
Yes.
objectives.
Yeah.
The requirements are pretty much the same as being a limited liability company, save that there's no shareholding requirement.
Okay.
So this is to register the company's registry. The requirements for registering this is that you need people to subscribe to the company,
Yeah.
who will guarantee, or the guarantors in quotes, who will guarantee to pay the debts of the company or any liabilities that arise. So you'll put in a limit as to how much the liability is. The disadvantage of this is that the process of registering this is a bit not very straightforward.
Yeah.
You need clearance from the NIS to register such an
NIS is
organization, National Intelligence Service,
Okay.
to register such an organization. They're mostly used for foundations. Most foundations that you come across are set up as companies into the guarantee.
Yeah.
And when you do the registration, you can actually have the word limited struck off from the name, so your company will not have the word limited at the end.
Yeah.
But it's basically a company, like any company.
Yeah.
You need to file your tax returns, you need to file your annual returns with the company's registrar. You need to basically comply with all the requirements under the Companies Act.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's most similar to.
It's similar to a limited liability company, but it's,
Yeah.
It doesn't have shareholding.
Yeah.
So it's basically not for profit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, like typical NGOs, what do they register as? Like
Typical NGOs will register either as companies limited by guarantee or as NGOs.
Okay, so NGOs is like a legal.
There's a legal.
entity.
It's called an NGO.
Okay.
Yeah. Most foundations, such organizations are used to set up universities. They'll either register as foundations or academies or schools.
Yeah.
Or you've seen political leaders having foundations, they name that carry out various objectives. So they're registered as companies limited by guarantee.
Yeah.
From the word trust, basically, you have a few people entrusted with the objectives and the assets and the liabilities of the company, of the organization. And a trust is registered by way of deed.
Yes.
A deed is basically a document that creates certain rights and obligations to the people who are subscribing to that deed. So registration for trusts is done at the government lands office in Nairobi.
Okay.
Unlike any other entity where you fill out forms and everything, you have to draft a particular trust deed that is suited for that organization.
Yes.
It's not very common to see trusts
Yes.
because of the procedure and it takes a while to get it incorporated.
Yeah.
You can have it registered as a trust and have your document registered, but then you need to go an extra step to get a certificate of incorporation.
Okay.
That process is what puts off many people because the requirement for you to get that incorporation status is that you need to have immovable assets in the form of land.
Okay.
So many trusts will not proceed past that stage.
Yeah.
They will do the registration of the deed
Yeah.
and proceed as that. But many institutions, mostly universities, will proceed to the next step and get incorporated as a trust because they have the assets in terms of land.
To be able to get incorporated. Yeah.
People also do trusts for their families, for their children, but that's not really.
That's usually the context that I hear trust in, like
Yes,
you have someone entrusted with assets to bequeath to the
family.
children.
Yes. You could actually use that if you want to donate a part of your estate to a charity.
Yeah.
A trust would be the best way to go about it.
To go about that.
Yes,
Okay.
because the trustees have to follow the rules and regulations laid on the trust.
Yes.
So if I want to bequeath something to a trust, I'll be explicit in the trust deed and say, if my estate has this amount of earnings,
Yes.
a certain percentage should go to the charity.
Yeah.
And the trustees have they're obligated to follow that.
Yes.
That's
Whatever is like stipulated in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The law has been amended as recently as 2013, I think, with a new act, the Public Benefit Organizations Act, the PBO Act. The intention of the act was to basically streamline what was the shortcomings in the NGO arena. And the act basically scrapped off what was the NGO Act and the NGO Coordination Board.
Yes.
However, there have been challenges with the implementation of that act.
Yeah.
So I understand people are still going by the NGO way, but basically the NGO is more structured.
Yeah.
And it's a preferred route for many social enterprises and charities and NGOs, especially from international NGOs.
Yes.
So the requirements to set up that basically we need a constitution as well, objectives of the NGO, and indicate what kind of work you'll be doing, in what field. You also need to have the officials and addresses of the officials. You need to have bank statements for you to show your source of funds.
Yeah.
Because NGOs have been abused by people before to do mischievous things.
Yeah.
So the regulations are a bit strict.
Yeah.
So it depends on the objectives that you want to carry out to that NGO.
Yeah.
Okay. The pros, basically, it's a corporate entity like any other. So it can be sued, it can own assets, it can enter into contracts.
Yeah.
It's separate from the officials.
Yeah.
So it's a safe way as opposed to a CBO or a welfare association where it's just doesn't have a corporate structure, a corporate entity structure. Yeah.
They're limited to certain
Yes.
objectives, whereas this is a bit more flexible. Yeah. And I think that also brings the issue of a lot of organizations these days have social objectives, and then they want to use corporate or commercial means to achieve social objectives. So there's a lot of that happening. You know, we've seen companies like Synergy. I don't know if you've heard of Synergy. They do like the hygiene facilities and like informal settlements, and you know, such companies. How does that work when you have two sort of?
There's a corporate side and
there's a corporate side. Yeah. Does that mean? Is that like a conflict in terms of the way you register, or?
No, there's no conflict at all. If you look at entities like Safaricom, the business is registered as a company, as a public company.
Yeah.
Their foundation is probably registered as a company limited by guarantee.
Yeah.
And the officials in the foundation are totally different from the officials in the business side.
Yes.
So they're two different entities.
Yes.
And two different objectives. One is for profit, one isn't for profit.
Yes.
So there's no conflict at all in setting up such kind of structures.
Yeah. And so of the ones that we've mentioned, which entity would allow you to run a business but achieve social good? Like you're trying to sell things, for example, or sell products or services for the benefit of something social. Which of those entities would kind of work for that? Those kinds of
a company by guarantee, limited by guarantee would be the best, or a trust, though the trust there'll be challenges in terms of declaration of taxes and many things.
Yeah.
But a company limited by guarantee would be the best if you need to run a business that is meant to support the social enterprise.
Yeah, social objectives.
So instead of declaring profits, they declare surpluses, and
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the best, I think.
Yeah. Okay, and just to be clear, a social enterprise is not a legal structure.
It's not a legal structure at all.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an industry. It's an industry term.
It's an industry term.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was
Thank
great.
you very much for having me.
Where can people find you or find your work or where?
Okay. So I run a blog, personal blog. It's bryanYusuf.com. Basically a blog about entrepreneurship and startups. But then I also run a law firm.
Yes.
So my law firm is called Bryan Yusuf Associates.
Okay.
Yeah. In Nairobi at Landmark Plaza.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this with someone that you know that may be interested in learning more about how they can register an organization that has social change objectives. And follow us on Twitter as well and Instagram at The Arena Kenya. We look forward to seeing you guys at the Social Changemakers edition of Match Mentor, which takes place on Saturday, 29th July. We're so excited. We're going to have an amazing spectrum and range of mentors, and really hope to see you there. Thank you.